Alright, so currently the RECODE for Dead Splunking is out. Well, kinda. It's a public test. Also the same reason why you don't actually see me playing the game, because currently if you equip any items, they just don't stay. So you're just playing itemless, which is kind of bum activity. But we're here for something else today. So, you know, new update means reworks for items. They actually didn't make a patch log for this, so I had to manually check every single fucking item and see what changed. So I'm basically doing a video on all the items that have changed. A fair amount have. Like, I'm convinced Vinny just hates this item. All stats up on the item, it's dead. He replaced it with you gain +1 speed and +1 luck per 20 fear, which it was originally 25 fear, so technically that's a buff right there. Other than that, the entire thing on this thing is armor, which is like, armor is cope in this game, okay? You shouldn't be getting hit first place in this game at all. So, Blood and Martyr, nerfed. Damocles, bro! Damocles! What does it do? I don't know. We need to like put like flavor text over actual text of what the item does. So, what does it do? I don't know. It's a new item. Now, Halo is the first like actual big change, quote unquote item. It's closer to rework than actual buff or nerf. Their overall changes on it they're alright. Once again, Halo kind of just falls into that item where it's a decent to have, but would I actually probably would if I was doing a long run? No. Alright, Heartlock it. This was a niche item before, it's still a niche item now. This thing low-key got just straight nerfs on it, other than the fact it gives you 15% armor, like natively, which like, alright. The active on Slords is now 5 battery cheaper, which it is a straight buff, so good item, still good. This is just another straight buffed item. It's nothing crazy, but once again, it's a good item, and now it's just better. Alright, hot take. So I never considered lumber a good item initially, but it had its uses since, you know, it was good for Slorns. Like, it was really just good for grinding Slorns. Other than that, I consider it like a troll item. And now they removed its only good passive, so it's kind of just like, don't use it. This is not a good rework for it. This is a straight nerf, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so this item is basically the same as before, except now it has armor and its scaling is worse. Honestly, the armor gives it the slight edge, and I'll say that was a buff. Medkit is another minor buff item. You can now use it multiple times per full orb, but with 80 seconds, at best you're using it twice. But in the modern meta, which we have now, which is like, you don't get one tapped anymore, it honestly might be usable, because before it was a bad item. Like, you get one tap on most stuff, the only thing that could damage you was like traps. Alright, so the rework for gift is such a mouthful, but basically what it does is, the longer you hold it, the better items it will give you. But before, previously, when you used it, if you rolled it into itself, it would just cost, it would become like a 10 cost item, which kind of trash. But now if you roll it to itself, you can just re-roll it again, or just keep it for more items. Alright, so basically traumas are a new substitute for, you know, getting one shot. So if you get hit by enemy, you'll get a trauma. So for every stack of getting hit, this would buff you more. So if you get hit by a generator, you get like 4 different unique buffs. So Radio Pack basically stole Lumberjack's passive. Is it as good as Lumberjack? No, but it's basically a suited Lumberjack. You can use this if you really want to see entities. The talking to people part is still worthless, and highlighting everyone on the map is just like, it's something, but it does nothing. Hey, just because it got reworked and buffed does not mean you should use this item. Yeah, Vampire Ring basically caught straight nerfs. The minor buff is like you lose 3 less HP. That's not a buff. This item got fully nerfed. Providence also got nerfed, but it was also one of the most used items in the game and probably one of the most useful, so fair enough. Alright, this is Make-A-Wish BOTM, but the wish actually hit, so it's actually better than BOTM. With blessing stacks, you're allowed to take a free hit. You will get that blessing back the next floor anyways. It buffs the stats of speed going up to 6, so you can have 33 speed, just base, for no cost. Alright, well, that's all the reworked items. Honestly, I kind of thought there would be more. And some of the changes are kind of just like, we added +2 to this item, I hope you enjoy. But at the end of the day, still a public playtest. I shouldn't expect too much, and I know there'll be more in the future. So, that'll be all. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Tails move now.